Welcome to Flying Visits, your guide to the best events currently available in London, cultural capital of the world. In this edition, we focus on the lost prince at the National Portrait Gallery. Other recommendations include the demise of Charles I in Howard Brenton's 55 Days at the Hampstead Theatre, a gloriously gory glimpse of the 19th century at the Museum of London, love amongst the haystacks in Donizetti's L'Elicia d'Amore at Covent Garden, charismatic young German maestro David Afkam's much-anticipated debut at the Royal Festival Hall, and the Royal Ballet's triple bill of three of Kenneth Macmillan's most loved short works. And as an added bonus, we bring you an interview with actress Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Jack Thorne, whose new play soon opens at the Soho Theatre. Details on each of these events and literally hundreds of other cultural activities can be found at onestoparts.com, the most comprehensive online guide to London's glorious and eclectic arts scene. The National Portrait Gallery is a venue not only to admire some of the world's greatest portraiture, but also to fill in some of the gaps in your knowledge of history.
We're standing in front of a portrait of Henry Stuart's The Lost Prince, which is the title of this exhibition in the National Portrait Gallery. The way he's painted, I think, shows very clearly all the promise that society had in this man as a future king.
Great hope was invested in young Henry, tragically dashed by his early death.
The exhibition finishes in this last room, which is very moving because sadly this prince died young, and he died of typhoid at the age of 19, and more people attended his funeral than Elizabeth I's, which gives you an idea of the national grief, outpouring of grief of this young man's passing.
By a happy coincidence, we recommend you continue your refresher course in the Stuarts with a visit to Hampstead Theatre, where Howard Brenton's new play 55 Days covers the demise of Charles I, at Hampstead Theatre until November the 24th. The Museum of London is playing host to one of the city's more gruesome exhibitions. A forgotten burial ground from the 19th century offered up untold treasures during an excavation in 2006 at the Museum of London until April 2013. We're promised haystacks, vespers and even a stray dog as Laurent Pellé's production of L'Elicia d'Amore transports us to 1950s Italy at the Royal Opera House from November the 13th. There's a major debut at the Royal Festival Hall, where resident orchestra the Philharmonia welcome charismatic young German conductor David Afkam to the rostrum in London for the first time. Brahms' Third Symphony and Beethoven's groundbreaking violin concerto are the main features of the evening, much as expected of Afkam, who has conducted extensively in Europe and America. Royal Festival Hall, Thursday, December the 6th. We're back in Covent Garden for our final pick. Marking the 20th anniversary of Kenneth Macmillan's death, the Royal Ballet are presenting three of his signature pieces under the umbrella title Mixed Ballet. The evening is made up of Concerto, Les Hermanas and Requiem, which ironically appears in the house that vetoed it nearly 40 years ago, fearing alienating the religious community, at the Royal Opera House from November 17th. In December, Jack Thorne's new play, My Did I, opens at the Soho Theatre. Producer Phoebe Waller-Bridge also appears in the play. She explains what she finds compelling about Thorne's work.
I do think it has something that Jack does really brilliantly, is why we've been so desperate to work with him on this and anything else. Is it the way that you find to sort of climb into everybody's darkest sort of consciousness and the places that they least want to own up to and the places that they least want to be exposed, and puts it on a stage. So you kind of leave with a like you've been punched in the stomach, and whether that's pleasurable for you or not is.
Please come. Yeah.
But come and be punched in the stomach. My did I? So
there's a soundbite to it. It's wonderful.
Jack himself explains how important writing is in his life.
Well, okay, I was on holiday the other day, I was starting to get aware that the holiday was going to be over soon. And it was like 1 in the morning, I wasn't sleeping, and actually was working on this, and I cracked open the laptop and worked till like 3:30, and then I could sleep. It's just that thing of just that I find it much easier to process my thoughts in a play than I do in another world.
My Did I at the Soho Theatre from December the 5th. You'll find full details of all of these events and hundreds of other cultural activities currently on offer at onestoparts.com. You can view your events, plan your itinerary and book your tickets on the One website right now. We hope you've enjoyed our recommendations and we'd welcome your feedback via the website. However you decide to spend your time in this wonderful city, remember, enjoy London.